Square Enix, London Studios. End space. Loading screen. Hey, wait a minute. This doesn't look like Advance Wars. What are you trying to pull here? I hear you saying through the screens. Well, this is Heroes of Ruin. Hello everyone. I am Andrew Dornan, also known as the 12th Kind here on YouTube. So, interesting story to tell. I was getting all the prep work done for Advance Wars, trying to plan everything out. And I realized just how not fun it was. And after the horrible disasters that were Lego City Undercover and Star Trek Conquest, I made a rule that if the game wasn't fun for me to play, then it shouldn't be a Let's Play. And I was trying to think of like, well, what would be a good replacement? And I remembered this gem of a game, Heroes of Ruin. I love this game. It is a Diablo-clone for the Nintendo 3DS. It is an absolute blast. Touch to start. This is my personal file, Doorman the Gunslinger, Act 3 Goblins. Your quest, the Poison Cure, that was the last quest I was on. I got to about 38% complete with about 4.5 hours of playtime. Let's go ahead and start a new character. We have 4 classes that are also count as your race. So you have the Vindicator, which is this big lion dude. You have the Gunslinger, who my previous character was. A lot of fun. The Alchitect, which is, you know, it says right there, an elven wizard. And then the Savage, which is this big dude. I've messed around with some of these before, both with the demo and the full version. But I really like the Gunslinger. It's a nice, well-rounded character, and I really like the abilities that come with it. Although I think it would be fun if we tried a different character. So we can do the Alchitect, an elven wizard from the island city of Wecrium. The Alchitect weaves spells and magical items to bewilder and annihilate groups of enemies. That sounds a lot of fun. I'm really into AoE stuff. And here we can change our appearance. So skin tone, mystic blue, forest olive, arcane red, scholar pale, sun touched. I like scholar pale and kind of arcane red. There's a little bit of a color difference looking up at the screen. Like on my screen, the colors are a bit more pronounced, while they seem to be a bit more washed out. Let's see. Short braid, long hair, short hair, spiked. Oh, look! We're Super Saiyan. Oh, that's amazing. I don't think we'll be a Super Saiyan. Short braid, that actually looks pretty cool. Let's see. Ashen gray. A light red, sun blonde, steel blue. Ooh, I like that. Pale orange. Let's go with steel blue. It looks cooler. Player color: red, green, blue, gold, purple, and gray. Interesting. Well, let's see. Could do red. I think red works with this outfit. The green just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, so we're gonna do red. Want to finish customizing your characters? Yes. Your me name, system name, character's name, and anything said in voice chat. Oh, that's something I'm going to get to in a hot minute. We need a character name. I had a really cool name, but then I realized that the character I was going with didn't really mesh well. Ooh, hold on. You know what? It would be fun. Bertha. Oh, wait. Hold on. No. You could say Big Bertha, and that would be funny because she's not big at all. Or Twillia. I don't know why that popped in my head. A little random number generator in your head. So there are some things right here. You have start game. You can join a game. This game has multiplayer in it. Here you can choose a game locally or online. You can sort by all games, game with friends, or games that are on a similar quest line. Joinable games will automatically refresh whenever changing the sorting option or switching between local play and online play. That's actually something that I really like about this, is that it does have multiplayer. If you've got some friends who also have copies of the game, which I recommend that you get this game. Oh, it looks like someone's got a game already started, but they're in Act 4. Your Alliance, which is basically when you play Here's a Room with a friend, they are automatically added to your Alliance. As you spend more time with Alliance members in game, you unlock bonuses that are active while your party's in play. So basically, those are all of my friends on my friends list. None of them have this game, sadly. But let's go ahead and start a game. We can have it online friends only, local play, or solo play. We're going to be doing solo play right now, but in the future, if I ever get friends, or if any of my friends get copies of this game, then I will make sure to have them on for an episode or two. So the Reef of Ruin, as civil war tore the foundations of the old empire apart, the other kingdoms of the world rose up, not as one, but as a rioting mass. The War of Ruin had begun. Chronicle of the War, Chapter 2.
For 100 years, Vale was torn apart by the War of Ruin. The war was brought to an end only when new rulers rose up as masters of the world. Ruin lords, mighty dragons, sphinxes, and other occult beasts. With their power, they did what men could not, and ended the ceaseless war. In the aftermath, each of them created a city of their own. Of the Ruin Lords, the wisest was Ataraxis, Lord of Nexus. One fateful day, a mysterious curse struck down Ataraxis, sending him into a sleep from which he could not be awakened. And so the king of Nexus, Marcus, appealed to the outside world. If anyone could travel to Nexus and save its fallen founder, they would be fabulously rewarded. From across the world of Vale, adventurers flocked to Nexus to try their luck in solving the mystery of the fallen Sphinx. Adventurers like you. An elven architect, student of the magical arts, in pursuit of arcane knowledge. But the sea had other plans. Nothing could withstand such an assault. The Leviathan had but one intention: to drag their ship into the abyss. Desperate, the few survivors hauled themselves ashore, little knowing what dangers lay in wait.
How rude of that Leviathan. Hi, would you like some Girl Scout cookies? Ah, no need to be rude.
Anyone that's not injured, get over here. You look capable. I've got a job for you.
Alright, welcome to the world of Vale. Vale. The touchscreen is your dungeon map, showing various points of interest. Buttons on the left give you access to your inventory, quest log, skill menu, and player trading. Assigned skills are shown on the right. You can swap the skill icons to quickly swap the skill assigned to A, X, or Y. And so that means that B is your attack. Also, a little fun bit about that intro that we saw. It changes depending on what your class is. So if you're if you're a gunslinger, it gives you a different backstory, and the same can be said for everyone else. Alrighty, so use L to interact with people and objects. So let's talk to him. Excuse me, can you lend a hand? Of course, how can I help? I need splints to set these broken bones. Driftwood, how to do it? Could you find some for me? Yeah, it's kind of everywhere, but sure, I'll get it for you. So, when you have a quest, and you're actively looking for something, you can easily pick the stuff up off the ground, or find it, because it'll be glowing, and then you pick it up with L. Alright, something I noticed is a little bit weird, so give me a minute and I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so let's talk to this person. So our adventure gets off to an interesting start. Perhaps the land truly is cursed, as people say. What do you have to say? Did you get a good look at the Leviathan that attacked us? I thought it was just a myth. The imps and crabs aren't what worry me. There might be ichthyds in this place, or even Tiber. Be careful. Ah, don't worry, Skipper. Any more monsters come this way, we'll make short work of them. You find us an escape. What do you have to say? You'd think we could make shipwreck and sea creature-proof ships by now. So much for progress. Nya 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 nya. Yar! I'm a pirate. Ships have been going missing on the way to Nexus for months. I guess that explains where they've gone. Alright, so there we go. So that gave us a bit of experience and a bit of gold. One more thing, what else can I do? One of the passengers ran off into the catacombs before we got the barricade up. Could you make sure she's alright? God knows what's lurking in there. Alright. Also, right there, we got... What the heck? Sorry about that. When you get updates to certain things, icons on the bottom screen will start glowing. So when you get an item, for example, the chest will start glowing. So if you click on that. Inventory. Items in the inventory are grouped by zone. Press A while the zone is highlighted to view items in that zone. Items colored in order of their rarity. Common is white, uncommon is green, rare is blue, epic's purple, and legendary is orange. So if we go here, we can see items have certain requirements that your hero must meet to be able to equip them. That's all basic RPG stuff. So we only have one weapon right now, and that's it. If we go to this, we can see that all we have is the robes. Gloves, we just have the basic gloves. Also, at the top of the screen, you see Twillia. That's our character name. 58 out of 1500 experience. That 1500 is the requirement for progressing to level 2. Our stats are might, vigor, soul, armor, luck, weapon damage, attack power, critical chance, max health, health regen, max energy, and energy regen. So what does that all mean? Well, might is basically your strength in this game. If you've played any sort of RPG before, might is basically how strong you are, how much I believe how much you can carry, how much you hit. Vigor is your health, and also helps determine how quickly you regain health, not only passively but also through potions. Soul is your ability to cast magic, your energy, max energy, energy regen, stuff like that. Armor is pretty self-explanatory. Your defense basically luck determines your how lucky you are, the chance of getting critical hits or finding rare or uncommon or legendary items. Weapon damage is a combination of your weapon's base damage and also your might. So with this basic weapon, we do 6 to 7 damage per attack. Attack power 23. That's basically, you know, how much strength. That's a combination of like might and weapon stats. Critical chance 20%. So that means 20% of the time we'll land a critical hit. Max health is how many hit points we have. We have a maximum of 77. Health regen is 9, so we'll regen 9 points a second, give or take. That's if you have like a little bit of health that can still be regenerated. Then it'll regen 9. There's a green level 12 next to it. We'll get to that in a minute. Max energy is 55. Basically, how much energy you can expel using attacks. Energy regen is 9. It's basically the same thing as health regen except for energy. Now on to that green level 12. The column on the right with all those numbers, that is the that's your base stats, and then that green number is basically words. Is basically, you know, the give or take, you know, like how much that item will increase. So you know, green is like it's going up, red is it's going down. Pretty self-explanatory stuff. Here we have our quest log. The quest log shows all the quests you have accepted and have not completed. Most quests have multiple objectives that must be completed to close out the quest. If enabled, daily and weekly challenges are also shown in this menu. So basically we have in the bottom screen we have missing in action and all of our other quests, and then on the top screen we have what specifically that quest entails. So basically, our objective is to find a missing survivor, and our flavor text is discover the fate of the missing shipwreck survivor in the Reef of Ruin. Our reward is a random neck piece, 62 experience, and 45 gold. All right, now with that out of the way, we can talk to Salon. Hey, we have our hands full looking after the injured. I need your help. You can count on me. Fight your way through the Reef of Ruin and find an escape to Nexus. Alright, so now we're getting into a tiny bit of combat. So basically, press B to attack. You can attack barricades. You can press B to charge up an attack. And then let go, and you do that. Each class has its own special attack. And you charge up like this, and then some you do an AoE, some you do a direct attack. But now we can go into the next thing. We are now dungeon crawling. There are going to be canisters and containers all over the place. You open them up by attacking them. You'll usually get gold and potions inside of them. On the bottom screen, you have the dungeon map like was explained earlier. We have a new quest. Just lost, find a way out. Okay. Here we have waystones. We can't do anything with this specific one. Basically, a waystone will teleport you either to another waystone or directly to the entrance, which is where the first waystone is. At the bottom of the touchscreen, there's a lot to explain. I'm so sorry. Here we have some enemies, just level 1, and they can drop loot. I heard a very disturbing sound. Oh, hello, Mr. Devilclaw Crab. Please go away. And we have a saw snout snapper, basically an overgrown turtle. Enemies can drop various kinds of loot. They can drop potions, gold, and even various forms of equipment. And we can go into our inventory. It looked like a pair of boots were dropped. And as we can see, the Nexus boots have a value of 35 gold. And up our armor from 15 to 48. And that basically makes the Sojourner's boots worthless, and we can actually sell them directly from our inventory and get 1 piece of gold. All right. Now on to the main UI. I'm so sorry, but you know there's just so much to go over. So when you attack an enemy, their health will appear at the top along with what that enemy is called, and in the bottom screen you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bits of information that are all very helpful. In the bottom left and right corners, you have little numbers in what look like potion icons. Those determine how many of which potion you have. So a red 8 means you have 8 health potions, and a blue 6 means you have 6 mana potions or energy potions. Next to each one of those is a bar of the same color. The bar on the left, that red bar, is your health bar. The bar on the right is your energy bar. And the bar that runs along the bottom of the screen is your experience bar. Oh, man. So much to go over. Finally, the last thing is on the touchscreen, you have at the very bottom, which wasn't really gone over earlier, you have your level, the area name, and your gold. So in the bottom left, you have level and then a number. That's your current level. Then you have the name of the area. In this case, it's the Reef of Ruin. And then in the bottom right, you have a little gold icon with a number. That is how much gold you have. And here we have a little random thing where you have like a burst of energy. This basically says, you now can use energy and basically regen your energy almost instantaneous. It's a bit slow, but you don't have to worry about running out of energy while this effect is applied to you. So what I'm doing right now is I'm casting my A ability. Basically, it's 2 little energy balls that seek out a target with a little bit of tracking and hit your target. So we picked up some items, so we can go in here. You may have noticed that some were a bit red. You will, because this game was actually built around multiplayer in mind, you'll end up picking up equipment that you can't use. So in this case, we can't be a savage because we're an Alcatech and you can't change your class. So the best thing to do if you don't have plans to play with friends anytime soon is you can just sell that. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we picked up some other stuff. So we picked up some shoulder blades, but they are, or shoulder pads, I guess you could say, but they are for the Vindicator, so let's sell that as well. And we're already going up in the world. We have 168 gold, which is pretty impressive, if I might add. Oh, excuse you. Right now, I didn't mention it earlier, but we only have the one ability, which is our A ability. So many crabs. You may notice that there is a little bit of like a grayed out or a desaturated bit of the health bar that just filled up. That's your amount that you will regen. And if it's completely darkened, then you can't regen that and you'll have to use a health potion. So in that case, you press left on the D-pad to fill up your health, and right on the D-pad to fill up your energy. So we picked up a new item. It is a neck item, and it is the Emblem of Pride, and it ups our health regen quite a bit. Excellent. Alright, now we got that taken care of. We can continue on forth. I'm sorry that this first episode is a lot of explanations. It's just stuff to make sure that we're all on the same page. Oh, we got some more crabs and imps. No, thank you. What it said right there is about blocking. You can hold R to block. It can be very helpful in a lot of situations. My typical playstyle is not one of blocking. I just kind of go in, hit really hard, and try to leave as much as possible. Or as quickly as possible, I should say. Take care of him. And there's some loot that was dropped. We can pick that up real quick. And unfortunately, it is for the gunslinger, which there's not a gunslinger in our party, nor are we a gunslinger ourselves. So we'll just go ahead and go down to the gloves and sell that for a pretty penny. Excellent. Alright, there is a maximum of health and energy potions that you can carry. But honestly, it's not too big of a deal just because of how quickly you get energy potions and also consume them. Man, this first episode is all of the explanations. Alright, and then finally, I guess I can go over Let's Play structure. I'm typically looking for anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes, just because this is an RPG, and it is going to be a while. Alright. So I want to go ahead and try to make some more progress, and then we'll see about ending the episode soon. I want to see where this leads, and then depending on where this leads, we can see about ending the episode then. Just because dungeons do take a while, I'm not expecting us to finish a dungeon within an episode. An old lock chest is here. Its contents still within. You can find the key. Perhaps you could enjoy its spoils. Find the missing key. So within dungeons themselves, we can find quests like this. So sunken treasure, find the missing key. But unfortunately, because I don't want these to run on too terribly long, I'm just going to poke around the ship real quick, and then we're going to call it. Oh, we've got some enemies here. We've got a new type of imp. We were dealing with brine imps, and then we got that bigger guy. Pirate treasure key. So with that, we've basically completed a quest right then and there, which, you know, is always well and good. Also, something that I didn't mention earlier is there are 3 types of exclamation points between above quest givers: blue, white, and green. Blue means that there is a quest available. White means that you've accepted the quest, and green means that quest is ready to be turned in. Alright, the key slides in with squealing protest, but turns with ease. The chest creaks open and pops out. Excellent. Pops a bunch of stuff out. Excellent. So now we can go in here, check out weapons, and we got the hook blade. It does 7 to 9 damage, but our max health goes down by 11 points. That's something that you'll find a lot, is there will be items that lower your certain stats you don't think should lower those certain stats, but in this case, having less health is fine. And let's just pop through here. Yes, we picked up something for a savage, but we don't have a use for it, so we'll just go ahead and sell it. And we have no other items, so we can do that. But that is going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you you understand why I decided not to go with Advance Wars, just because it wouldn't be fun for myself, and because it wouldn't be fun for myself, it wouldn't be fun for you guys. So thank you guys so much for understanding, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Let's Play Heroes of Ruin. Bye-bye.